My name is Brandon. I just finished the 6-month coding curriculum for the Web Development Immersive program at Galvanize. I got the hoodie on just to represent. Come on. And yeah, if I wish there was a mascot so I could say go whatever the mascot is, but go Galvanize. Woo! So, throughout the last 6 months, I've just been learning the core concepts of just software engineering, learning JavaScript as well as the frameworks and the computer science principles necessary to succeed in the field. And this project, TVOD, is a culmination of everything I've done. It's my capstone presentation, and I'm excited to share it with you. So, some more about my personal background. I previously came from the nonprofit sector. I spent 2.5 years there, and I worked in the fundraising department, but I primarily got the highest remarks in the tech field. And it's for that reason why I decided to pursue coding full-time. And I'm also a huge television fanatic. I'm always watching something. I'm always talking to my friends about what the latest shows are. Always referencing it somewhere, sometime in just casual conversation and just discussing TV theory. Well, about a few years ago, I put together a spreadsheet of all the shows that I watched, and I realized at the end of the year I watched 414 episodes of TV in a single year. And while my parents probably would have called me a loser and said I need to do something more productive in my life, what can I say? I like TV. And this is one of the inspirations for my app, TVOD. And while you can see this as a platform to showcase my obsessive tendencies, I also did this as a response to what is known as peak TV. And for those of you who don't know, peak TV is referring to the current era where there's an overwhelming volume of television content. In 2002, there was a list of about 182 scripted programs that aired on television. And in 2017, that number ballooned to 487. And you can see by the trajectory of this graph that that number is expected to rise in the next few years. And this has led to a lot of, well, it's great having so many programs out there. It's also led to a lot of problems regarding one's relationship with the shows that they're watching. Like, have I caught up with what shows am I watching? Have I watched every season? Have I watched every episode? Let's see. Do I know if there's a new episode this week? Do I know if there was a new episode last week? What are my friends watching? And it's difficult to compare, and especially because everyone's always watching something different these days. And so I created TVOD as a response to Peak TV. It's an app that allows users to keep track of the shows that they're watching, whether to mark them as your favorites or not. You can get a schedule of the latest episodes, whether ones that came last week or the ones that are airing this week. And it also allows you to follow other people who are using the app and just keep track of, just see what they're watching and just see what they recommend. So let's have a demo. So here's my homepage, and you can see over here, this is a list of all the shows that I've watched in the last 10 episodes of whatever I've been watching. Below is a progress bar of all the shows that I marked as my favorites, as well as how many I've seen so far, as well as a list of the other shows that I've been watching, which episodes have aired last week, and which episodes are airing this week. So you can see that there's a new episode of Minds MC coming this Tuesday, as well as a new episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia airing next Wednesday. I also can see what my friends are watching. Like my friend Dylan watched American Horror Story, and he says that he hasn't been very much impressed with the season so far. Whereas my friend Zia, she's just watched Westworld and just rated 5 out of 5. And to add new shows, you can just go to the search bar. Let's say I just watched The Walking Dead. And yeah, note the dynamic search bar as well. And let's see, I can add that as my show. Let's add as my favorite, and it lists all the episodes, as well as every season, and episodes within that season. And let's just say, let's go back to my homepage, and you can see that it is added there right now. And let's also add that. Let's say I watched the first season and wrote the first one a rating of 5 out of 5 and said, "Great premiere. I hate typing one-handed. Submit." So let's go to the home page. You can see that it's all the rating that I just added. It added at the time that I watched it, as well. If you go back to the page, it says I watched the first one out of all 123. I also have the ability to say I've seen the whole first season, which I believe has 6 episodes. And you can see that it says 6 down there as well. I also have the ability to find friends. Let's see what my friend Chris is watching. I can see his favorite shows as well as the other shows he's watching and which episodes he's seen. So he just watched The Good Doctor, and you can see he's very distressed. Why couldn't The Good Doctor save him? And let's follow him for right now. And you can see now that he's been added to my list, and it says, why couldn't The Good Doctor save him as well? So here's a list of the technologies I use. I use HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I built the whole application in React and the backend in Express. I also want to highlight this. This TV Maze API was an API that had comprehensive information regarding TV databases, and it really came in handy when it came to rendering all the episodes and rendering all the shows in the search bar, and it was really key in just populating all the data. And what's next? I want to generate user statistics. So let's just say what's the average rating for a given show? What's the average rating for an episode? What do you and your mutual followers have in common? What shows you have in common and whatnot? And I also want to create a section that generates recaps from users' favorite websites or blogs. So if I watched the latest episode of Better Call Saul and I want to get the latest review from Entertainment Weekly or something like that, it just gets it to me automatically. And I also want to create my stretch goal was to create a browser platform that can that you can add to Chrome extension that adds whenever you're watching a streaming platform. So let's just say I'm watching The Office on Netflix. It automatically detects which episode you're watching, what show you're watching, and adds it to your adds it to your user profile. So thank you. This is my capstone presentation. I was very proud of this, and yeah, you can check out the code on my GitHub that's listed up there. You can also contact me through my GitHub and my LinkedIn, and I also just deployed my portfolio for the first time just today. So check out what else I've been doing.